From the WYLN studios in Hazleton, Pennsylvania, WYLN Evening Edition at 5:30 starts right now.
Good evening. It's Friday, May 1st, 2015. I'm Ann Gownley. Two men remain behind bars tonight after a preliminary hearing for their roles in a kidnapping, robbery, and carjacking at Applebee's in West Hazleton back in February of 2015. 29-year-old Victor Soto Santana and 24-year-old Pablo Valenzuela, both from Hazleton, are facing charges of kidnapping, criminal conspiracy, robbery of a motor vehicle, burglary, breaking into a structure, and unlawful restraint. Those charges were waived this morning and will be heard in Luzerne County Court. This morning we spoke with West Hazleton Patrolman Rich Naprava.
Back in February, the night manager was kidnapped, taken back to the store, held at gunpoint. The restaurant was robbed. They then fled the area with her in the vehicle. They were later found by officers. A foot chase ensued and two people were apprehended.
No injuries were reported in the incident. A third male suspect who has not been identified is still on the run. Anyone with information on his whereabouts is asked to call West Hazleton Police at 570-455-3733 or dial 911. Shots were fired in Wilkes-Barre last night, and now one man is dead. According to city police and Luzerne County detectives, the deadly shooting happened on Willow Street in South Wilkes-Barre around 4:30 this morning. The victim, Donald Bachman of Wilkes-Barre, his age has not been released by police. The State Police Forensics Unit was also on scene this morning looking for evidence. City police say that this was an isolated incident. The suspect remains at large. Anyone with information is asked to call the Wilkes-Barre Police Department at 570-826-8106. The Sugarloaf police are investigating the use of a stolen bank card. The stolen card was used on Tuesday, April 22nd at the Turkey Hill on Route 309 and the Airport Beltway. Purchases were made at several other stores. Anyone with information can contact the Sugarloaf Township Police Department at 570-788-5339. 3 people are behind bars following a drug bust in Mahanoy City. According to Borough Police, 37-year-old Michael Martin of Millersburg, 33-year-old Robert Wentworth of Shenandoah, and 36-year-old Rachel Pleva Sanko, also of Shenandoah, were arrested following an investigation. Martin was charged with possession with intent to deliver, possession of a controlled substance, possession of paraphernalia, among other charges. Wentworth was charged with possession with intent to deliver, possession of a controlled substance, possession of paraphernalia, and driving while suspended. Pleva Sanko was charged with delivery of a controlled substance, possession of a controlled substance, and drug paraphernalia. Pleva Sanko also had an outstanding warrant for conspiracy to possess with intent to deliver a controlled substance. All 3 have been committed to the Schuylkill County Prison on $25,000 straight cash bail. The Schuylkill Health System will be doing some restructuring to its services. On Thursday, officials announced a campus integration plan that will cut duplicate services between the 2 hospitals in Pottsville. The emergency department, medical and surgical units, along with the regular hospital rooms, critical care and surgical services will be staying at the East Norwegian Street building for the former Good Samaritan Hospital. The emergency room and other duplicate services at the South Jackson Street building, the former Pottsville Hospital, will be eliminated. Officials are still considering an urgent care center where patients can be treated for minor illnesses instead of going to the emergency room. It's proposed for the South Jackson Street site. Some jobs will be lost in the reorganization of the 2 hospitals. CEO Mark Laurie said the hospitals are so close together that having duplicate services are not cost effective. The CEO did not have an exact date of when any final approval could be given by the Department of Health to make the changes. The man who was just promoted to acting chief of staff for Pennsylvania Attorney General Kathleen Kane is now being accused of sexually harassing a deputy attorney general at Damon's Restaurant and Bar in Sugarloaf Township. The alleged incident took place back in February of 2014. 51-year-old Jonathan Dudecker is being accused of reaching his hand up the back of 34-year-old Michelle Cluck's blouse and later putting his hand on her thigh. According to Cluck, several people witnessed the incident, but she did not file a complaint with Internal Affairs. Cluck said the incident happened when she was working on the mobile street crime unit, and he and other members of the team went out for drinks and dinner. She said she tried moving away from him at the bar, but he would just continue to follow her. According to Cluck, she had two or three beers at the bar, and Dudecker appeared to be inebriated. There is no indication as of yet if Kane knew any of this before promoting him. Time now for a first look at our forecast. Rain in the forecast, but what can we expect temperature-wise this weekend? Chief Meteorologist Joe Garbacik is in the Weather Center with all the details.
Well, we got some nice temperatures to talk about in the 7-day forecast, and today, well, we had some sprinkles, a little bit of some showers here and there, but overall not too bad. And once the sun came out, those temperatures really start to rise. Nice for traveling. No problems out there. Pretty nice evening for traveling. Notice a couple of sprints, if you will, and sprinkles here and there across the state of Pennsylvania. Even some scattered showers, but again, nothing significant. The more significant precipitation down toward the south and east. And for our area, temperature-wise, not too bad. A little bit cool, but as that sun came out across parts of our area, that brought those temperatures up quite a bit. 58 now in New Angola, 60 degrees in Berwick, 60 degrees in Bloomsburg, and 60 degrees in Danville. Complete 7-day forecast coming up in just a few.
Thanks, Joe. Coming up next, an update on a fire company merger in Schuylkill County, plus details on an upcoming event for those wishing to recycle electronics in the greater Hazleton area. Also tonight, Chief Meteorologist Joe Garbacik will be back with a full look at our forecast. That and much more coming up here on WYLN. Stay tuned.
You're watching WYLN News, Greater Hazleton's only local news broadcast, with Ann Gownley, Gary Perna, Julie Stefanovich, Kristen Bazinski, weather with Joe Garbacik, and sports with Eric DeBerardinis and Gabriella Justin.
Penn State is right here in the Hazleton area.
We're top ranked by corporate recruiters.
We have 4-year degrees, so you can finish here or at another Penn State campus.
There's new scholarship money available.
And there's no application fee when you visit here.
Penn State Hazleton.
Download your application fee waiver at psu.edu/visit-hazleton.
Express Care. Walk in and you walk into the region's most trusted health network.
Just in time for summer, Cloud9 Personal Training and Fitness in Drums is expanding. Big time. More space, more equipment, many personal trainers and fitness coaches. Plus, boot camp, youth strength and conditioning, yoga. And coming soon, CrossFit. Call now to learn more. 570-690-0859. Get off the couch and on Cloud9.
The merger of 3 fire companies into one is still moving forward. WYLN's Gary Perna has more on the merger of McAdoo, Keystone, and Tresco fire companies.
The reality of 3 fire companies becoming one is getting a lot closer. WYLN spoke with McAdoo Fire Chief Robert Leschko about how the process is going.
The merger between McAdoo, Keystone, and Tresco fire companies is still proceeding. At the present time, the McAdoo Fire Company and Keystone Fire Company paperwork is in the courthouse in Schuylkill County, awaiting approval and hearing from a judge. That should be coming up very shortly. We're hoping within the next 2 weeks. And then we are hoping that by the end of the month of May that our merger between us, the McAdoo Fire Company, and the Keystone Fire Company will be complete.
Leschko said they did receive word from their attorney just last night that the merger with McAdoo and Keystone was approved by the Schuylkill County court system and is awaiting a signature from a judge. But the chief said there is a delay with the merger in Tresco.
We ran into some roadblocks over with the Tresco Fire Company. There are firefighters that are splitting away from between their firefighters and their canteen. There has been some questions, so they are attempting to work that out, and we're hopeful that that will come to an end very soon, and we can have all 3 fire companies under one roof.
The companies have been working together for the past few months, but are still operating separately for now, until all the paperwork is finalized by the court systems. The chief said this is a major move forward for all 3 companies to provide the best protection for the communities in which they serve. In McAdoo, for WYLN News, I'm Gary Perna.
Thanks, Gary. In case you missed the opportunity to watch the Democrat and Republican debates for Hazleton City Mayor here on WYLN, we have the information on when you can watch them again. A rebroadcast of the Republican debate between incumbent Hazleton Mayor Joe Iannuzzi and City Councilman Jeff Cassatt will air on Saturday, May 2nd, beginning at 1 p.m. The Democratic debate between City Councilman Jack Mundy and Grace Kuzo will air on May 2nd, beginning at 2:30 p.m. The post-debate analysis shows hosted by Tiffany Cloud, Gary Perna, and David Yonkai will air immediately following each debate. Both debates will also be put up on our website, WYLNTV.com. Coming up next, Chief Meteorologist Joe Garbaczyk is back with a full look at our forecast. Plus, a big recycling event is set to take place this weekend in Hazleton. Our Gary Perna will have all the details. Stay tuned. More news is headed your way only on WYLN.
Should be filled with the ingredients that most inspire you. And let relaxed sophistication fill the air and the walls around it. Find beautiful cabinetry, finishes, and details that capture your personal style. Craft-made. It becomes you.
Call, click, or visit your local Craft-Made dealer today.
Are you tired of your old car? Independence Toyota Scion in the Airport Beltway in Hazleton has an incredible spring savings deal for you. It's Chris Stash's Cash for Clunkers time. $3,000 minimum pre-owned trade-in allowance. Chris doesn't care if you push that old clunker in, pull that tired old clunker in, get it there any way you can and trade it for a car that you'll love to drive. Over 80 pre-owned vehicles are available, all inspected, detailed, and ready to go. Independence Toyota Scion in Hazleton for exceptional service, the best selection of vehicles, and a minimum trade-in allowance of $3,000 for your clunker. Stop in and see Chris and his friendly team today.
All Care Home Care, the health care that you need in the comfort and privacy of your own home.
At All Care Home Care, our caring and compassionate staff of skilled nurses, occupational speech, physical therapists, dietitian, social worker, and home health aides will give you the professional care you need. Call 459-3002.
With All Care Home Care, you will feel so much better and be able to do so much more.
Remember, it's still your choice. For your care, call us and we'll be there.
Well, as you can see, our outdoor weather set, the Bedrock Gardens outdoor weather set, has been getting spruced up, if you will, just in time for spring. And as always, we want to thank Craig Raswich of Bedrock Gardens for supplying us with the mulch. And we also want to thank Covered Wagon for supplying us with all of the flowers that you see in the background. Things looking very nice, just in time for spring and just in time as this weather really starts to break. All right, on to the map for today. Earlier, it wasn't the nicest. We had a couple of showers. We had some sprinkles around. Not a whole heck of a lot, but those clouds kind of kept temperatures down. But as that sun started to come out, that escalated those temperatures across our region. Live 35 Skycast Doppler. Now there's still some sprinkles, still some showers across our area. You can clearly see them, as indicated by the shades of green, even a little bit of some yellows indicating some locally heavy downpours. But again, not a whole heck of a lot. Most of our area really not experiencing anything. Temperature-wise, 64 degrees, our live Lehigh tire conditions. Outside our station in Hazleton, and since the midnight hour, we picked up 0.03 of an inch of precipitation. Our Coordinated Health Almanac page for the day, 65 for the high, 44 for the low. That's pretty much as close to the averages that you can possibly get for this time of year. 88 and 29, the records still stand. 6:02, 8 o'clock, sunrise and sunset for the daytime hours of tomorrow. 60 degrees, Wilkes-Barre-Scranton International Airport, 55 in Mount Pocono, 61 in State College, 59 in Selinsgrove, and temperatures holding near 60 degrees up in the Wyoming Valley area. Now, there is a storm system down toward the south. That's where all the heavier rain has been. But for our area, we've had a couple of showers, a couple of sprinkles, primarily in northeastern PA, even central PA, but notice out toward the west, really quite a bit of some clearing. Now, as we go into tomorrow, we may have to deal with a stray shower or sprinkle. Yeah, it's going to look pretty nice, though, temperature-wise, weather-wise. Not bad for our Saturday. Sunday looking pretty mild also. You see a speck of green, maybe a sprinkle or shower, but don't get too excited about that because there's no reason why you can't enjoy the great outdoors of northeastern Pennsylvania. All right, well, we're going into our Sunday morning. Early in the morning, temperatures generally holding in the 40s. Not looking too bad overall for this upcoming weekend, and it's going to get pretty nice, very mild, as we start going into next week. And speaking of next week, here's a look at the 7-day extended forecast and what we can expect over the next couple of days. 66 for tomorrow, maybe a shower. Now there could be a sprinkle or stray shower for Sunday, near 70, 73 for Monday, upper 60s, maybe a couple of scattered showers for Tuesday, and then notice those temperatures near 70 degrees going through next week. Our daytime Pennsylvania lottery numbers are pick 260 to pick 3977 and a pick 4 3995. We'll continue to have more for you coming up after this break.
On October 30th, 2007, W05BG, W47AO, and WYLN-LP were granted a license by the Federal Communications Commission to serve the public interest as a public trustee until August 1st, 2015. Our license will expire on August 1st, 2015. We have filed an application for license renewal with the FCC. A copy of this application is available for inspection at www.fcc.gov. It contains information concerning W05BG, W47AO, and WYLN-LP's performance during the last 8 years. Individuals who wish to advise the FCC of facts related to our renewal application to whether this station has operated in the public interest should file comments and petitions with the Commission by July 1st, 2015. Further information concerning the FCC's broadcast license renewal process is available at 1057 East 10th Street, Hazleton, PA 18201.
I'm good. Athletes try talking themselves out of being hurt.
I'm good.
Working past the pain because they want to keep on playing.
Okay. I'm good.
Coordinated Health understands. As the #1 sports medicine team in the region, we get these champions back in the game with pro-level care.
Yeah, I'm good.
Because we make you better together.
This Saturday will be the largest recycling event of its kind in Hazleton. WYLN's Gary Perna has more.
10 municipalities are teaming up for a free recycling day at Brenner's Recycling in Hazleton on Saturday, May 2nd from 9 to 1.
People can just come here and we will unload their vehicles for them. They can bring us anything with a plug. It's a short serve. If it has a plug on the end of it, we'll take it.
Paul Brenner is the president of Brenner's Recycling and said this is a great idea to rid the streets of electronics just thrown by the wayside.
So all of us don't have to drive down the highways and the streets around towns, around all these villages and towns, and see the stuff along the side of the street. Because, quite honestly, we can all agree that when you see it, we all get upset. But nobody's going to stop the car and pick it up and put it in their trunk, and it just lays on the street. So basically, this is a place and a time that we can help solve this problem. And if we have to do it twice a year, we'll be happy to do it twice a year.
Hazleton Mayor Joe Iannuzzi said the city did a program like this last year and thought, why not get the other municipalities involved?
There is a demand here, and it is a good thing to have some of these smaller communities have a spot where they can bring the electronics. We had it here last year, and it's true. You drive in, the guys are here, they take stuff right out of your car. I mean, you don't even have to get out. Some people get out just to tell them which ones to take out of the car, but most just drive up, they haul it out, throw it in the bins, and you drive out. The group he has that's doing the recycling is a good group.
Residents that live in Hazleton, West Hazleton, Hazel Township, Black Creek Township, Foster Township, Sugarloaf Township, Beaver Meadows, Cunningham, Freeland, and McAdoo can bring small appliances, stereos, washer, dryers, stoves, computers, printers, mice, keyboards, scrap metal, and auto batteries to Brennard's. Now, if you have a TV, computer monitors, refrigerators, or air conditioners to recycle, there are some conditions to follow.
And the conditions are air conditioners or refrigerators, for example. We're fine with them, but we have to make sure that the refrigerant is evacuated before we can take them. TVs, there will be a drop-off fee for televisions. Monitors will direct the people to go to Staples, because Staples has a program with their national, their national organization. They will take them free of charge. Now, the only TVs that will be free of charge are the LEDs. If they are the flat screens, there won't be a charge to drop those off. And it's going to be, like I said, from 9 to 1. And
Again, the Free Recycling Day will be held on Saturday, May 2nd from 9 until 1 at Brennard's Recycling on South Wyoming Street in Hazleton.
With all the municipalities from Luzerne, Schuylkill, and Carbon County getting together for this event, it's been one of the largest recycling events of its kind in our area. So make sure you bring all those recycled items we mentioned in this story here to Brennard so they do not end up on our streets in our communities. In Hazleton, for WILN News, I'm Gary Perna.
Thanks, Gary. The West Hazleton Fire Department is inviting everyone to their annual pasta dinner this Saturday. The fundraiser will be held from 11 o'clock until 4 o'clock at the 4th Street Pub on 4th Street in West Hazleton. Tickets can be purchased by dialing 570-956-3861, or they'll be available at the door. You can eat in or take out. All money raised from the 4th annual pasta dinner goes right to the fire department. Coming up next, Eric DeBaradinas is in with sports here on WYLN. Plus, Chief Meteorologist Joe Garbacik will have one final look at our forecast. Stay tuned.
At Cuck's Turkey Farm, we are family owned and operated for over 45 years, and we consistently strive to produce premium poultry. We offer the finest all-natural country poultry, antibiotic-free, all-vegetarian fed with superior white meat yield and exceptional flavor. So we invite you to experience the unique natural taste of our poultry for your enjoyment and your health. Give us a call or stop in today.
The Wiltsey Center is pleased to announce their 5th anniversary birthday gala, Saturday, May 2nd at 6:30 p.m. at the Historic Castle in Hazleton. To begin this celebration, the Mahoney Brothers will present Jukebox Heroes Live, a recreation of many of your favorite rock and roll icons. After the show, continue the celebration with light refreshments, which are included in the price of your ticket. Tickets are on sale now and can be purchased at Ticketmaster.com or Boscov's in Hazleton.
"22 of the 27 players on the Hazleton boys volleyball roster are playing the sport for the first time this season. Carlos Rodriguez is different. He has been playing since he was 5. The senior libero is our newest student athlete of the week for his impact both on and off the court.
Carlos is the man. I mean, he's one of the guys that I don't have to say anything. He just looks at me and he goes, "Coach, I got this. Coach, I got it."
Greg Sechak describes Carlos Rodriguez as one of the best volleyball players he has ever seen. That statement also extends to Carlos Rodriguez, the person.
He lifts everyone up around him. Outside of school, I mean, he's working every day, 4 or 5 hours a day, helping his family out, doing what he's got to do to make things work, and he comes to practice. He's what I would take 6 of him, 7 of him. Any sport that has him, they'd be, all state winners every year.
In practice, I'm pretty crazy. I joke around a lot, but when I have to concentrate, I really just go for it and I do my job the way I'm supposed to do it.
Rodriguez was born in the Dominican Republic and moved to the United States in 2009. He works every day, is involved with the Spanish Learning Society, performs community service, and he dominates on the volleyball court.
Just time managing. do well in school, and I go to practice every day. And also I have to play well in the team, my work, and it's just time managing, like concentrating on when I have to play and then when I have to like do work at school.
Carlos stresses the importance of communication in volleyball, which could explain one of his favorite subjects in school.
Math, actually, and English, which it's really hard to learn English. I'm learning it still, but I'm getting used to it, yeah.
The senior is unsure of his plans for next year, but Cechek says that his star is getting looks from college programs.
Whoever gets him, they're going to benefit for the next 4 years. They're not even going to have to worry about redshirting him. They're going to be able to plug him in and just go.
But for now, Rodriguez is focused on helping the Cougars qualify for the district playoffs for the first time in his high school career.
The NFL Draft continues tonight with rounds 2 and 3 from the Windy City, and this is where good scouting really pays off with potential gems and difference makers. A recap from last night's first round. Quarterbacks go 1 and 2. Jameis Winston first to the Bucs, Marcus Mariota second to the Titans. The Jets grab a beast on the defensive line in Leonard Williams. The Giants opt for offensive line help and Eric Flowers. The Eagles and Chip Kelly fail to trade up and instead select wide receiver Nelson Agholor, and the Steelers go for youth in the linebacking core with Bud Dupree. Elsewhere, win or go home for the Brooklyn Nets tonight, trying to force a Game 7 against the Atlanta Hawks. In the minors, the Rail Riders gave up a 6-run lead last night, looking to bounce back against the Charlotte Knights, while the Iron Pigs start a series against the Indianapolis Indians. And in the MLB, Yankees in Boston for the first time this season. Phillies are at the Marlins, while the Mets host the Nationals. Tonight on Late Edition Sports, we talk to a former heavyweight champion of the world who breaks down this Saturday's fight of the century between Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather. But next, Joe Garbacic is in with a final look at the forecast.
On October 30th, 2007, W24BB was granted a license by the Federal Communications Commission to serve the public interest as a public trustee until August 1st, 2015. Our license will expire on August 1st, 2015. We have filed an application for license renewal with the FCC. A copy of this application is available for inspection at www.fcc.gov. It contains information concerning W24BB's performance during the last 8 years. Individuals who wish to advise the FCC of facts related to our renewal application to whether this station has operated in the public interest should file comments and petitions with the Commission by July 1st, 2015. Further information concerning the FCC's broadcast license renewal process is available at OTA at 1055 East 10th Street, Hazleton, PA 18201.
Tune in each week to WYLN TV 35 to watch the #1 Hazleton-based broadcasted television talk show, The Storm, hosted by Tiffany Cloud. Candidates, politicians, community leaders, and more appear on The Storm when they want to be heard. New shows air Wednesdays at 8 p.m. and these additional air times. Only on WYLN TV 35. We're your local network.
Well, we do have still a couple of stray showers, a couple of sprinkles throughout parts of the state of Pennsylvania. You can see them on our Live 35 Skycast Doppler, and as we go through the evening hours, we may have to encounter one or two of those, but that pretty much is about it. And as we go into the weekend, overall not looking too bad. 58 Mount Pocono, 61 in Philly, 55 in Williamsport, 61 in State College, and it's almost 70 degrees in Pittsburgh. So it's looking pretty nice out there, and this weekend I think things shaping up to be pretty nice as we go into tomorrow. Maybe we'll have to deal with a stray shower or sprinkle. We'll even toss one in as we go into our Sunday. But again, don't cancel any outdoor plans because overall it should be good. We'll see sunshine mixed with some clouds. Temperatures well in the 60s to near 70 degrees. And it's looking pretty nice heading into next week as well. You could see those temperatures finally doing what they should be doing for this time of year.
I was going to say, finally, I guess there's no more rain. April showers, Mayflower, so hopefully the 70-degree weather.
Yeah.
As we were talking with the bed reference. I don't know, are there? Yeah.
Well, why not?
I just want to ask him.
Just ask him. Oh, yeah. April showers bring May flowers. Sure you don't. You saw all the buds outside.
Absolutely. It looked beautiful.
It does. It does. It does. It was really nice.
Yes, it was. Yeah.
Have a good one, everyone.